It's been a dream since I've been a child, since when I stepped foot on the pitch at a trial for Villa when I was 7 and being accepted. I remember it was one of the proudest moments, and to be able to see the club grow and see myself grow as a player and both the person as well in the setup, it's just, I couldn't have asked for anything more. It's like the environment that I want to be in, where I feel safe. It's what I call home, really, because that's all I've known since I was 7. It's just very proud to be able to represent the club for all these years.
It's always been about returning back to self, returning back to that place of authenticity that I've had coming back from injuries, asking why I play this game, what can I bring to this game, asking why am I needed. And these are questions, these are prompts for you to go back to, oh, actually, this is me.
So identity is crucial in sport, crucial in the sense that you have a strong identity, athletic identity. And usually that's a positive thing, and it drives you forward. It motivates you. I am a runner, I am a football player. The challenge is if the only thing you have is that identity, if you're only a footballer, if you're only an athlete, then when that's taken away because you're injured or deselected or you're moving away from sport, that can be quite traumatic. So at Switch to Play, we talk about different identities, having multiple identities, the power of multiple identities. You can be a friend, a brother, an academic, a sports person, a musician, a volunteer. And then when you lose one of those identities, you can lean on the others to get that feeling of that sense of purpose, that sense of belonging. So it's really, really critical that you think about, who am I as a person? An athlete is part of me, that's fine, but there's so much more to me as a person.
I think the first thing we have to understand is what identity is in the first place. And I think the easiest way to understand identity is the story that we tell ourselves of who we are, the story that we tell others about who we are, and also the story that gets told about us from other people. And that kind of creates this cheat sheet label of who we are, that when we meet people, we can go, hi, I'm Natalie, I'm a psychologist, or hi, I'm Natalie, I'm a former dancer. And it becomes this easy way of people knowing who we are, and it makes my life simpler because it helps form the decisions that I make, what I wear, how I show up in the world. And over time, what we start doing is creating this little character for ourselves. So sometimes it's actually the illusion of identity. We think that identity is who we are deeply, but that's not true. Our identity is characters that we embody, almost like little roles that we step into. So for athletes, they can have a really strong athlete identity, and this is a role and a character they've created for themselves that they step into. And when they are embodying that athlete identity, they are someone who cares about winning, competing, challenging themselves, being dedicated to something, being a part of a team, having this really clear focus. It changes what they eat, what they wear, the time they go to bed. It starts impacting their whole life, and it becomes all-encompassing. And often what starts to happen is we know ourselves better as our athlete identity than we do as the person behind that identity, behind that character. We've spent more time with the identity itself than we have with who we are truly, the person who steps into the character. Then when we lose the ability to compete, the ability to be an athlete anymore for whatever reason, we have to grieve that identity, that character that we've spent so much time embodying. And just like you would grieve anything else, we have to leave time for sadness and loss and heartbreak and change.
I always have been quite worried that when you've done something for so long, you get in a rhythm of well, this is what I do, how do I know to do anything else? I felt like people only, and some people still do now, only see me as wholly the pole vaulter, whereas I actually have so much more to me, I have so much more depth, and I really appreciate it when people acknowledge that and really, pole vault's just one little strand that I do, but I've also got lots of other things going about me. And I think one of the most damaging and harmful thing as an athlete is to only have your identity as being an athlete. It's really important to have other things that you do, surround yourself with people that appreciate you for who you really are. And if someone works in Tesco, that doesn't define them. They're not known as Bob from Tesco. They have so much more going on with them, and I think some people forget that about athletes. I'm not just an athlete, I'm so much more, and I am just a regular person.